Dear citizens from all countries, it's a gift to have your participation. Here's Goiana Ferreira from Florida, and we have more updates for different departments now in May 2023. And let's get ready. August 24th, it's our organization launching day, and will be really beautiful. We're going to sing songs, we're going to have dances with our peace white flags. So we're gonna wave these peace and love white flags with dances, circle dances, walking around the garden. It's gonna be really beautiful, really special, okay? Young children gonna stay at their own residential community, and families with children 8 years old and older will go to parks, close parks that they can walk, not too far, and do presentations. It's gonna be really beautiful, right? So in a few words, people gonna eat before they go, or they eat when they come back. This is special lunch or this is special early dinner, all right? And let's make really beautiful, happy moments, right? The same as Mother's Day in May. Father's Day will be in October, so we have the double, month 5 and month 10. And let's do it, my friends. It's gonna be really beautiful. So let's share work, let's work united and make those beautiful 2 festivals coming up, and these 2 events, Father's Day and Mother's Day, really beautiful. We see you soon. So here we have more updates for different departments. Thank you so much. Let's talk about ID. You don't offer anything with people that do not have the ID of their own country. So many countries were open for immigrants, that's fine, but you're gonna help them to get the ID. You're gonna call the office and say, look, you need to start offering IDs for immigrants. They already live here, they're already working, they're already, eating, consuming, living, all right? So write to your governor, write to the president of the country, or if you see anybody, such as here in Florida, California, have a lot of immigrants, so it's very important under the official name. It's forbidden, to have those people that at work they have one name, at home they have another name. It's crazy, this is not right. So for example, here in the United States, many Americans don't want to do the job they do, right? They clean, they don't want to do. Well, so they're already here. They're already here. Why send them home? They're already working. They already have a house. They're already paying rent. And have a fake ID, that's forbidden. Okay, so everyone at the notice time, this email, notice time. So if you know somebody from work, any neighbor, help them to get real ID. You contact the immigration of your country, immigration, local immigration, whichever it is. Don't go to lawyers. You do yourself straight. Say, look, I know some people, I know a family. They don't have the real ID. They need this documentation. Okay, so let's apply for the Peace and Love organization for all countries, because these people already work. And then if I help them, would you consider? And then, okay, so I'm gonna send their documentation. Then this family will send every paperwork they have, for the previous years, such as electricity, water, rent, the basic, right? Okay, the kids are going to school, they're attending school, the children, the teens, or complete high school, whichever they have, just for the base. Take pictures of the house, show the house is clean, inside, outside, and how much they're already applying. They're cleaning the house once a month, they have everyone at school, the very basic, okay, all right? And you're gonna talk, of course, to this family and to this immigration office, government office, not private offices, and already do that, okay? All right, let's help them out to have official IDs, not fake IDs, and not fake names or passports, and then they will create a fake ID. All right, very good. One more thing, let's get organized and help each other. Thank you. All right, so I have to show you here this type of rug. You see, they're machine made, but we have some that's homemade. And they grab a little bed on the floor for elders. The homemade usually does not have that option of grabbing the back part. Okay, so if you have something for everyone 65 years old and old, you get more points because we don't want anybody to have accident. The ones that are soft but on the back, they grab to the tile, bathroom tile. Okay, any color is fine as soon as it's not completely black. It's okay. If they have a little bit of black, that is acceptable. All right, because we need for everyone 64 years old and older need this on their shower. One of them when they get out the shower, just as prevention. All right, and for children, for the regular couple, anyone younger than that, doesn't matter because they pay attention and they can do it, right? Thank you so much. Here's one more update for us. Thank you. All right, this is forbidden. You see this thing here? And Play-Dohs. We are going to play with proper clay modeling, okay? But as soon as we have them, you can already purchase if you have them available. And we're going to play the garden. We're not going to play with sticky things or rubbery things or gadgets that mix them around, okay? So none of those things we're going to use. Put them on the trash on those 2 cleanup days at your house, at your school, everywhere. Even things for adults. That's all sort of things of clicking, of moving, or putting the ball, these little things that you have, that mice, and then the little ball gets here, gets there, or some of them are like this, you get that point. These little things that you slide where is it? You slide the little ball, and you put in a proper location. Some are like this, and some, have a path, right, to reach and numbers. So all this is forbidden because they're not needed, not sustainable. There we go. We'll see you soon. Other thing, planetary, anywhere, big, small, more or less, huge. They're all forbidden, not needed, okay? People are going to learn about everything, including the stars, the universe, everything else, with books and videos and nothing else. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon. Okay, let's go quickly for some updates. The first thing, it's your pencil, color pencil, sharpener, black pencil, sharpener. You have a closed one and a bigger container, 10 by 20 and 10 height, such as those small plastic containers, long ones, not round as I just showed you. Okay, what you're gonna do? You're going to keep every Wednesday and Friday before the end of the day, or in the morning before the end of the morning classes, or before by 4 p.m. That's it. By 4 p.m. you have to clean that up from your classroom, and you have specific students taking turn. They go quick. They have to come back in 5 minutes or so. Okay? All right. And you can get the ones that finish their assignment first or have scheduled them, but those that finish their assignment first, that's a good idea, okay? They bring to the proper location, bring back this plastic, okay? But this is still good because then they're gonna dump right there. Or one child is using this, the other child is using the plastic. Or have two of those, okay? All right. So you're not putting those in plants because they might have chemicals with them. Remember, all this paint, most of them are not natural, right? Okay, do not put them in food. And do not put on these trees. We're just going to plant, they will become sprouts and go to bigger pots. Put any other location. Great. This you can keep. Every one that breaks, you keep. And every now and then you have to clean because sometimes, what happens with me, I keep these like that so they smash a little bit, but you won't have that. So have one lid or even two, you know, for them, for people to put those things, right? So, and don't put anything on the top like I do here, because then they will smash, right? But I have a small desk, so I keep everything closer. All right, very good. And wash them every last Friday of the month. You wash those containers, you know, you wash, dump, dry, wash, dump, dry. Okay, all right. So you can keep one, you don't need two. All right, very good. They will be close to each other. The other thing, if you're going to buy this eraser. It's very good, it's white, it's really don't harm the paper. You can do for black pencils, color pencils. Really a good type of eraser. Any white polymer, you see the white here, they have different companies. This is from Pentel, but we have many ones. Keep the enclosure as I did here. You just cover up, you know, the company's name. Leave the word eraser. If it's English, you can leave, right? And slowly you slide so it won't get dirty, because that's the only problem this type of eraser had. They easily get dirty. So just leave the tip out. All right? Okay, very good. Now let's talk about stapler. If you really need to put those assignments together, it's okay. You can keep it, right? Because the folders, every child in every class, we're going to have a folder. You're going to put them there. At the end of the month, you staple them. At the end of the month, you staple them. For you to show on festivals, the parents going to come for the parents meeting, have a little look. You know, they're short meetings, right? It's just more to show, and you explain a little bit what you did this last 2 months or so, right? Until the next festival, because we have some vacations as well. 4 times a year. So they come. They did always, even that the semester already passed, they always tell about the last few months, and they always tell about the following few months, what's going to happen, or the following grade. Okay, so we have 4 festivals a year. Teachers talk about that, parents walk around, see their work, and then they go to other classes. All right? Okay? And they ask questions, of course. If they have any question, they're going to see their children note books. They're going to make themselves like Waldorf schools, and they also going to look their folders, everything neat and perfectly organized, not paper here, paper there, don't even know, or notebooks teachers don't use, or use 1 week, then the other week they don't. Okay? All right, very good. Which other update for school? Always at the end of the day, your pencils need to be sharp and not like this green one. You can have, you know, a little smaller like the blue, it's okay, but not like the green. The other thing, you know those book covers, you know, the back cover, it's a hard, stiff. So you see when you have a pencil like that, kids can already use, if they're not going to write, if they're going to draw, they can already use to make that round and nice. You see, the tip of a color pencil just used, so they can do that. If they don't, in case they're going to write something, a title or something, you know, so they have a little piece of paper like that, you know, it's just a hard cardboard, thin, you see, a regular one from notebooks, you know. Okay, so you keep right there on the same counter those things that I just showed you, this, right? Not that. That stay in your own cabinet, you know, you can keep somewhere like that, you know, with the extra refill, you know, you're gonna keep you're gonna keep at your own cabinet, because you're not going to have drawers. Remember, all the drawers need to get gone on these first 2 days cleanup. All the drawers from houses, schools, business, government places, all places, they're gonna get gone. And you can use those forever. Buy very good quality one, and you can use those forever. So we're gonna tell you when we're gonna cancel those. So use wisely, because you know a box of 500 really go quick for the school, for example. And teachers never gonna get too many. Okay, use a little bit each time, and students don't use them. You're gonna get the whole thing for the week or the whole thing for the month, and then you staple them together, then it's fine. Okay, let me see quickly which are the update. So pens like this, they're bulky. Use them first, but yes, you use them, okay? Just get a permanent marker, cover up, and you're gonna be fine. All right, okay, and then, because yesterday I explained a few things about those pens, you know, so use those here that's completely closed, use them first. Then you use this, that's a half. It's visible and a half is not. Then you're gonna go to that I showed you before. I don't have anyone right here. Here, those that are completely transparent. Okay, so those are the steps. All right, you can keep black, but every document, remember, is only blue. Every important essay the students are writing for the organization, they're in blue. They're gonna write and practice in pencil. Everything that's possible you do in black pencil first, and then gonna be in blue or green, but not black. All right, very good. We see you soon. Get ready. Okay, let's do a quick recap. All right, so every Wednesday and Friday, if you have a lot, you bring the peelings on those 2 days during your recess. Let's do only every Wednesday. That's plenty, because everyone gonna be careful, gonna have good pencils only on Wednesdays. When you go to recess, you bring this plastic container 10 by 20 and 10 centimeters tall. I told you is a little rectangular, right? Bring with you, if you the teachers, with a basket of the balls or a little something you're gonna use, that's fine. And you dump them in the proper location, away from food, away from the native trees, and then you bring them empty, wash, and bring back to your classroom every Wednesday, okay? All right, great. This is okay, you can have the mini one. This is the mini one. Every classroom can have the mini one. Who can have the bigger ones is only the office. Okay, 2 offices, that's plenty, all right? You see, here's the mini one. So at the end of the week or at the end of the month, you can staple the classwork, right, of the days they attended and put them in their binders. Have each student binder in plastic, okay, because then they're gonna last many years. So give the paper to those that are already 18, 19, 20 years old, 21, okay, for the young adults, because they're already living. But everyone give priority for the plastic folder, you know, give priority to the smaller kids, because they keep going grade after grade, and keep the same binders. They have their names with permanent marker. Keep all your permanent markers, so you will have them along the years. Just lock them. It's not for children to use them to paint, to color, to write titles. No, we're gonna use proper pencils and proper pens for everything, okay? But permanent markers, you can keep them, all right? And highlighters, yes, you can keep them for the adult education, all right? Yes, I think that's the most convenient, all right? So highlights, all highlights go to adults, married couples. All right, we're doing really great. So and this you never give to the kids, because I don't know if you record on the other video or not, and I'm not going back. You keep at your own cabinet with a lock. When inspectors come to see the locks, you have to have the key. You open up, they quickly check, everything is neat, organized, no dust, no things that's not authorized, you're done, okay? And about the little trash, I already told you, have a simple one, right? For hair, needs to be bigger than that. So something like that. No, let's do also 10 by 20, you know, rectangle, all those smaller containers about 10 centimeters tall, because it's easy for the girls to put a hair there instead of dropping them in purpose at the floor. And remember, don't have a trash anymore. So you're just gonna do these two. One is everything that go to the garden, one everything that's gonna be burned. Hair, do not go to the garden. Hair, this is not hair, but I'm just explaining. So you have these two separate trash. So here it's colored pencil or black pencil, shavings, shavings, all right? Okay, the other one, it's for to be burnt, so it's like hair, and I don't think anything else gonna come to that, but girls' hair, because men's hair gonna be really short, okay? The other thing, let me already tell, is forbidden for any man, to use conditioner. If they're not happy with the soap they have, they cut shorter. Not happy, cut even shorter. It's forbidden. But for females, it's okay, a little bit on the points only. For the last, about 5 to 10 centimeters. Never at their scalp, because then it's bad for the pores. So some conditioner, use the worst one first, the ones that are most chemical, because in the future we don't need that. We're gonna use natural soap, we're gonna eat healthy, and the hair is gonna be fine. Okay, all right. So, but it's okay to use it now. Females only that use conditioner. All right? Give a little bit to each family. Very small containers. That's plastic. Never glass or things like that. Great. Okay, so here we have more updates and we see you soon. Now, let's say a few words about sesame seed and tahini. Okay? So here we are. So everyone that's 50 years old and above, okay, so 50 years old and above, right? Okay, so they can have a little spoon of tahini or sesame seed. Excuse me. You're gonna give the tahini first. All right, because some of them you don't know if they're roasted or not. You don't know if they have things added to it, other oil. Some might process the oil with it. Some might have this oil from another processing machine. So use the tahini first. And then you're gonna use the seeds that are roasted. You see the seeds? And then the last option, for last, you're gonna use the raw sesame seeds. Okay, so here is roasted. And third, last, you're gonna use the raw tahini. Also, keep 1 teaspoon per person that is 50 years old and older. If someone is healthy, they don't need, they don't get it, because so they say for people that need the most, because we have many elders, 70, 80, 90, and 100 in many countries, right? Okay, 1 teaspoon per day, all right? If you have it at a residential community, you give at a residential community. If you have it, their school, their business, whichever it is, send to the clubhouse. So every elder will be having at the same time, before dinner, or in the morning. Instead of have one business here, the school over there, another place over here. No. Everyone that have tahini and sesame seed, because they're the best calcium. And of course with the sun, right? Item we have at this time in our planet is one of the best things. A little spoon have much more calcium than a glass of milk, much more calcium than other things around. Okay? So if you have a company, if you give into school principals, for example, if you have that donation, you always send to a clubhouse. And if you have a lot, you have 20 cans, 100 cans. If you have a lot, you can call other residential communities close to you and say, look, I got 100. How many you have? according to the apartments, the number of apartments each one have, and then you are honest and you share, right? Because we're going to need that. Keep teaspoons along the ears. Do not go to a tablespoon. It's better have every day a little bit away from meals. Away from the meals. That's why I say you can do before dinner, after dinner. They have to salivate, and if it's tahini, they have to salivate and not just swallow in a bread. You understand? So they salivate for, let's do 5 minutes. 5 minutes. They're practicing, because when they come to this, they're gonna chew for 5 minutes. If they don't have anything left, it's okay, but at least they put the cell phones. They put the cell phones 5 minutes. And of course, it's going to be very hard for them to keep tahini on their mouth for 5 minutes. But they're practicing for the moment they will have sesame seed at their chewing them. And then going to be much easier because they already practice with the tahini first. So when they have the real sesame seed or the raw sesame seed, right, the roasted or the raw, they're easily gonna practice this 5 minutes. Always away from the meals. Even that's just 5 minutes away, it's okay. Before or after. And what did I say? If the person is really healthy, or was taking a lot of sun lately, or was already taking tahini, say, I don't need for this semester. It's okay. If you still feel okay, I don't need for this other semester. Always keep your list for the whole semester. Okay, rare exception, one is about health. It's okay, the person didn't know you have weak bones, for example, okay? But keep your list so you know how to calculate things for the whole semester, all right? Very good, very good. And with the seeds, if the person go to even 7-8 minutes, it's even better, but at least 5 minutes, all right? Shall we try? Great, we'll see you soon. For bleach that people can pour, pure bleach, you need a transparent container. And here's an improvement also for coconut, olive oil, that people, when they don't have condition anymore, they can get a few drops of coconut oil, a few drops, whichever oil we have, or olive oil. It's better to eat, right? But if they need, 1 or 2 drops, plenty in transparent cup. And here you see this tip, when the best is to have the pointy one. You see a container that's a little pointy here, and for bleach the same way, one that has a little point, so the people will know. For bleach, of course, this is okay because people are gonna put it straight on their hands, so that's all right. But when people will be using for bleach on their laundry, they just need a few drops in a stain they have, for example. So they know exactly where they're gonna put those 2 drops. And if they wet before or wet after, whichever is the instructions for the stain they have, right? Of course, only in white. Some people don't know that. They never even heard. Natives, they never heard. They don't know what bleach is. Okay, but we can keep, all right? So have the pointy top, and always transparent bardo instead of this white one. Okay? Very good. We see you soon. Okay. We have some updates with soap. So that's the order. First, use any liquid one. Okay? But you keep those containers, empty containers, after rinsing really well, and because we're gonna use them afterwards and we're gonna make our own, or when the new hand soap will be delivered for everyone in all countries, the approved one, right? So, but the ones that we already made, we don't know how they are, if they have chemicals or not, use them first. The second one, you're gonna use those small bars, if you have them. Use them second, and then we're gonna use the regular bar soap. Okay, all right. And the fourth here gonna be those containers with the approved, the ones that already come with the peace and love label on it. Okay, with the proper natural, the best as possible, but those that we already know how they are, Probably they're gonna have some coloring for us to see, you know, different colors for different counties, you know, all right? Artificial or not, the best we can, all right? If you have any container like this that you know is for toilet, okay, now it's another subject, cleaning. You don't gonna keep all this information in your language. Let me think. Yes, you keep, okay? Every chemical, you know, those 99% is infecting, and those, yes, keep on your language. Up to 6 months from the organization, okay? I think that's reasonable. After that, you take this out, and you only, if you have any left over, you're gonna write in big words. You know, because some is obvious, toilet cleaner, okay? But some are not. You're just gonna put 99% and the first 4 ingredients, no more, okay? That should be plenty. So I repeat, for a disinfecting product, you can use up to 6 months from the organization launching date with the label they already have. After that, with a permanent strong marker in the opposite color of the container, you're going to write the first 4 ingredients, and very big you're gonna put 99% bacteria, okay? Bacteria killer or something like that, okay? And virus, some is for bacteria and virus, right? Okay, very good then. We see you soon. One more update for us. Thank you. The other update we have is for this. For the sink, people, every family gonna do themselves every single week. Every single week. On that Saturday, you clean your house. You take, check, get a little piece of toilet paper and remove if any hair will stop here or around here. Okay, so that's for the sink. You see, that's for the sink. The same type we are going to use at the shower, but that one will be only once a month. The person in charge come, and we're gonna make the new ones, we're gonna make with a screw. A person needs to come, get the screw, to avoid kids messing up with it, you know, or anybody else. They prove the person clean in front of them, also with a piece of toilet paper, gonna be bigger than that, right? Gonna be about that big, okay? Like a small cup. They clean in front of them, and the couple in charge close the screw right there in front of the couple, and they leave for their next bathroom, do the same thing in front of them, unscrew, screw back. And of course, if they have any residue from soap, you know, so they don't take only the hair, they also take this. The hair, they're gonna put on that little container that's gonna be burnt afterwards, right? Remember, the little container for hair gonna be burnt at the clubhouse on a proper day. But if they have any other something else, they also get with the hair and put on that same container under the sink. All right? Very good. One more update for us. The sink, you do yourself, take the hair out, and the shower, we're gonna do once a month with another couple that come in and unscrew. You clean your own net, right? And they screw back in strongly. All right, we'll see you soon. The thing, if you have any screws that fall, leave from somewhere, you separate them and you make a note. If you fix yourself, you know, go ahead and already fix. There's no points for that, to avoid people to take them by, you know, in purpose, just to get points and put them back afterwards. So you don't get points, okay? But you get points for dignity, that's for sure, okay? They're easily, you know, you get the screw, you borrow, and you bring back right away. On the same day, people gonna go to your shower, clean your shower, net, whichever it is we're gonna call, okay? On that same day, they bring the screw. You already tell them the size you need and the type, the shape, okay? and they give in front of you. In 2 minutes you do one thing, in 3 more minutes you do the other, and it's done. Okay, very good. All right, now we have another update. You know the toothbrushes? All right, so when you have the toothbrushes, you are going to use a little toothpaste, as I said, but you're also gonna clean in between, you know, and it's mandatory to rinse your mouth at least twice, you know, or 4 times, until it comes clear. Nothing comes out, no pieces of food or little tiny salads, okay? You swish your mouth. So I think 2 or 4 times. We're gonna let you know afterwards, okay? Because people are gonna be in a hurry now. So let's do that 2 or 4 times. If they come twice clear, yeah, I think that's the most reasonable. Twice clear, and then you can brush. Because even if you do twice without swish twice, that's how we're gonna do it, okay? You swish twice before you brush your teeth. And every Sunday you get up, you have that extra minute to look, see if it's nothing there. This one is a little toothpaste because I was explaining to use a little bit, that's why. Okay, but remember, so every Sunday is the day to check your toothbrushes to see if it's no food, nothing there. If it is, you know, you just open up, right? Open up, and with the other nail, you know, you come and you squeeze out, all right? You come all the way to the bottom and you squeeze it out with your nail, all right? Okay, so basically it's that. We see you soon. This is just a new brush, not mine. I just put some toothpaste. I'm gonna rinse right now because I was just explaining to you. Thanks so much. We see you soon. Thing I said about a year ago, it's forbidden to have these things on the back. You see these things on the back or that? It's forbidden or not needed. We need is to brush round and round in our tongue with this side 10 times. Every single time we brush our teeth, and everyone 2 years old and older 10 times, because that also take bacteria, bad bacteria, you know, and you really clean your mouth, all right? So you rub round and round. As you grow up a bit more, you can do a little bit backwards, you know, towards your throat, because your tongue is really long. You do a bit more. But for the children, you just say go round and round 10 times. First graders and above, you can say you're going all the way on the back, you're going the way on the back, okay, all right? For them to be learning the proper way. But from 2 to, you know, until kindergarten, you just say round and round is plenty. Okay, very good. So this is something that we need proposals. Which one gonna be the best? You see these white round ones? They're more like rubbery type. They're not really bristles, and everything else like the green, the white, and the blue, they are bristles. So we have to figure out to put them apart. I already said this video a year ago. But also which one gonna last the most. That, of course, I believe is not the bristles. It's just this rubbery thing. You see this long rubber round, these 3 circles. You see these white circles? So we're gonna do that because that's easier to clean beside, and I believe they will brush well our teeth because we're gonna have all these numbers, right? 20 here, 20 there, 20 each side, and also inside or each area is 20 times. Okay, so let's do that then. We have the white rubber and not the bristles, because the bristles can keep food in them. They are not going to last 1 or 2 years. But this rubber white thing, you know, this long thing, yes, they will last for 2 years. So let's focus on having our brush for 2 years, and we boil them every 6 months on a vacation days. Okay, very good. Twice a year we boil them all. Okay, I think that's plenty. Thanks so much. We see you soon. Alright, so here we have some updates. If you have bags like that with holes, more holes, but if they're in English, then you can keep them to plant those trees. That's okay, because you know some people might have many of them, right? And some companies can't use them anymore. We're gonna, after August 1st 2023, everything gonna be in clear bags, okay? We're not going to have anything like that with numbers or barcodes, okay? So some producers already print them. It's okay, you use them. You have too many holes like these ones for grapes, or if you have little holes, plant whichever is possible for you, okay? So we won't waste them. Thank you. The other thing is, don't waste time for things that does not work. For example, this is a sandwich triangle, you know, they put wraps and those things. All right, so what you're gonna do, they're not useful for anything, because you can't really hold any plant like that. You're not going to create something that's gonna plant like that, so things like that's forbidden. Use a proper container, okay? You can even plant in styrofoam trays for a few days while they sprout, that's okay. Or you can even use small containers like that, you know, for sprouts, with hole, without hole, with a piece of paper, not, that's okay. You see these little trays here? That's all right, you can use them. But don't create things to use things that they are useless, like this one, okay? Use proper squares, rectangles, all right? Thank you. And even bottles, it's okay. Like this one is my vinegar, right? I use for many months. I use as a water bottle. That's okay, right? Because they have online different types that you move, but they're not really aquaponics. They are planted in the soil, all right? Soon as it's soil, that's all right. You can even put some synthetic fertilizer. That's okay. Put a little bit. You know, use the worst one first, but don't contaminate your whole garden. Use a little bit here, a little bit there, the plants that need the most. Read the instruction and use the first bags, the worst bags first, such as those that are very old, those that are missing color, those that expire. So how are you gonna do it? You use a little less, you know, than what they ask to do it. So if they ask for a half cup per liter, for example, use a quarter and see what's happened. Oh, it's working great. Okay, don't use anymore, because remember, we're not going to produce. And we're not also going to send chemicals to landfills and give them extra work or incinerate them. All this make no sense, right? So yes, we're gonna use. You have some, you use some. Or farmers are closing down, they have some, they distribute. Don't use too much, use a little bit. So, and we'll be on this order. So I'm gonna already tell you which order gonna be. So first, you use the regular non-slow release. Usually they are to mix in the water, you know. Yes, go ahead, my friends, we need food. And they are already chemicals anyways, for most of them. Is organic, they say is organic, they're not. Many companies, they're not. So in many countries, some countries, yes, they're very strict, but not some others, okay? All right, so that's what you're gonna do. Use one, the non-slow release. So that's a number one. Number two, second, you're gonna use the synthetic. Here's still synthetic. This is synthetic, right? Fertilizer, fertilizer, fertilizer. That is slow release, because they're better for us. They slow down, they don't pollute rivers, right? You just use a little bit. Of course, you don't use by slopes where the water run, right, when the rain comes. So you keep about 10 to 20 meters. If you see this, you know, if you have close to the garden those water places, right, you keep 20 meters away if possible, or 10. If you don't have much land, it's all right. And the third ones, what you're gonna use? You're gonna use the organic. So here's first is natural. Natural is one thing, third. And here the fourth third is natural, and fourth is organic for last. But make good sense, if this, for example, is really getting old, it's just a little bit on a bag, of course, use it first, get it done, okay? Or the bag is getting ripped, or the information is disappearing, right? Is so old, okay? So if it's a little bit here, a little bit there, doesn't matter the order. But if you have a half bag or a whole bag, try to use this way. And also you're gonna see according to reality. First, the open bags, and then after, the closed bags. So what is open, you use without order, just use them. The smaller bags, the ones that have the least on the bottom, use them first, get rid of it, get it done, right? And of course, you always wash your hands with soap and water and wrist up to your elbow, the first part of your arm, when dealing with any chemical, even the ones that are natural, organic, okay? All right? So that's a good start, for our gardens, all right? Very good. We'll see you soon. Okay, the other idea, if your food is growing well, fine, don't use those synthetic fertilizers on your food. Use them at the trees, for the tree planting. Use them at the trees. Okay, all right, so it's a good sense. If it's good, there you see this growing, it's growing enough for the whole entire community, or it's growing enough for the whole entire school, and then you don't use the bags that are open, and keep the bags that are closed for a little longer. All right, very good. See you soon. All right, so let's go for some improvement. So colored pencils, I think that, yeah, that one I already said. If they have any company's name, or or written what it is, don't keep. All right, such here, yellow, green. If it's in English, you keep, but you have to take the company's name out anyways. All right, people, just look and it's done. It's forbidden to keep pencils that do not have a point. Sharp them all and keep the big new ones for afterwards. Put them in a transparent bag at your classroom, okay? Or one for the entire school, okay? That you can do, the big ones, and use the smaller ones first, okay? All right. Those that are plastic, when you sharpen them up, they work, If you sharpen them up, you're gonna see. You see here, they work. Yes, they do. But they're plastic. So they're gonna eventually decompose. They're thin, that's fine. You just break them down as every other one, and put them far away from food and not on your tree planting pots. Okay, so that is good. You got those done, right? So you bring them at the garden, right, to decompose far away from food and tree planting. You're done, even that they're plastic. Okay, all right, and use the ones that do not have these things. This one use first, and the other regular ones, this is the second, because they have something that is not a plain pencil. And for the very last, you use those that do not have the eraser, don't have this metal thing or this, okay? If you have those erasers, use them all. If you're gonna throw away any one that I said you have to throw away and they have the eraser on the tip, take the tip out, because it might be useful. You just connect them somewhere afterwards or use by itself. Every tiny piece of eraser does count. Use the tiny pieces first, and then afterwards you're gonna use that white one I showed you, this one. Okay, it's a polymer. Okay, use this afterwards. These newer ones of any color, any type, use them afterwards. Unless they're really bad, already use them now, okay? Because in the future, notebook's gonna be really beautiful, really special. Okay, all right. So now I just have some updates for pencils and mechanical pencils. If you have a mechanical pencil like that, or that the grabs a tip, you know, those that grabs a tip, or this one that I showed you yesterday, that you keep taking out from the front and putting on the back, you know, that they have many inside, use it. Use them all. Which ones you're gonna use first? Those, they go first. All right? And those that grab, you know, you can use with graphite if you already have, or you can use with your simple colored pencils, you know, I don't think that's worth it. That is better to keep for drawings only, okay? All right, so we are going to keep anything that has graphite, okay? Because we can cut them tiny afterwards and make them into pencils, because we're not going to keep taking graphite out from nature. All right, very good. Here we are, a few more updates for us. We see you soon. And always test your pencils, okay? So if you get a new set, of course you're gonna use first the black and then you're gonna use the blue, all right? That makes sense, okay? And share the whole school. So the right way is to keep everything at the best ones, such as the blue, transparent, right? The best ones at the school principal, okay? At the school principal cabinet office, not at her classroom. Maybe she gives one class or another, right? She needs to teach as well, not just sit down all day, right? Okay, but she keeps the best ones, so she's gonna share the worst ones with everyone. Who gonna write more? Middle and high school, right? Because elementary, you're gonna write a little bit, yes, with those regular ballpoint pens, right? If you have the old one, you know, the one that you inject ink in it, keep them all, because, you know, many of them, they're very good. We're gonna keep using them in the future, all right? Those that you press and suck the ink, you know, you put in a little container, so you put there, you press, they have a little rubber here on the side, you press, and then you suck the ink to come inside. All right, we are going to use those. We have many, and we're going to produce the best afterwards. Maybe 2-4 years, we're going to produce the best ones, okay? Because we're going to have plenty of plastic, plenty of metal, and the new ink we're going to make ourselves. Okay, but for now, use always the worst first and keep the best ones at the school principal office. All right, very good. Here we are. We see you soon. Remember, any check of any type, you know, give to the person right there, you know. Avoid sending by mail and then this check might disappear, you know. And you can get more points if you do a straight deposit. You know that payday needs to be for all countries the first and the second and fourth, here, the second and fourth Saturday of each month, right? A straight deposit, you know. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. People can look until the end of the day of that Friday. Monday, okay? Because they are working, they already know, or we wait a week. Let's see. So pay checks. But anyways, keep doing the way you're doing, because after it's going to be only points anyways from August 1st and on, only peace points. So do how you're doing. But yes, you get more points for what? Straight deposit. You send straight. That's an honest way. People are not going to lose time going to the bank, deposit their money, see if they're there. No, it's already there, okay? So second and fourth Monday of the month, and not like keep going, keep going, keep going. I think that's the most reasonable way. All right? Okay, one more thing for us to get ready. We see you soon. The other thing I didn't say, it's for the hydration drink. If you have a lot of olives, you can use, those little salty things. They're healthy, that's fine. You can use even the water of those olives. They have a little chemical. Yeah, they do, but what? It's salt by salt use. So you can give 1 or 2 olives for each person instead of the salt. Always keep the real salt and the real sugar in granules for the very last, the end of these 2 years or the end of the 4 years, until you have your own honey, okay? All right. I think if you have, for example, plenty of chicken, a farmer gave 100 chickens for your community or for your school, okay, you can cook them all, bake them all, and you can give them as the hydration salty thing. You can do that, that's fine, because we need more salt than sugar. So if you give just a little piece of chicken, cooked chicken, that's fine. If you get a good fish, you can eat it raw, that's fine, okay? Put a little salt the day before, let it sink in the meat, you can do that. If you have soy sauce until the end of July is okay, or all these other sauce, ranch, vinaigrette, balsamic vinaigrette, all these things until the end of July is fine. Go ahead and always use the worst first. The ones that have too much salt, of course, if you have someone that already have problems, right? They cannot have salt. Of course, you're gonna offer something else, raw nuts, something, look online, because some people, they can't have salt, right? Okay, and some people, their diabetes is too high, so for the first few weeks, just do the best you can, but they can't have too low as well. For diabetic is a problem. Some can't be too low, some can't be too high, their levels, and some have both problems. It's crazy, right? But it's true. Some people have both problems. They have to eat every 2 hours or every 4 hours, so you're just gonna make adjustment the best as possible according to the guidelines we're giving to you. All right, very good. A few more updates for all of us. Thank you for sharing your work. All right, the other thing is for everyone that receive any help, that is living anywhere, that's our work already start to be implemented, schools, residential communities, anywhere. It is mandatory to walk or jog for 45 minutes during daytime. So some countries are in winter time, or they're already in extremities, and it's dark by 4:30. So it is mandatory to walk during the daytime. If you need to make adjustment, it's okay. They're gonna run during their lunch break, and they can work till 6 o'clock, right? But they are not going home to walk when it's 6 o'clock. You understand? They need to take sun. It can be early in the morning or late in the day. Yes, they can be, but not in the dark. Even if they have light, street lights, even that is safe, okay? That's not the case. They need sun. All of us, we need sun. All right? Okay, very good. Let's say a few words about constipation. So if the person has constipation, they have to leave the house ready. Get up in the morning and drink 2 full cups or 4 full cups of water before they go to have breakfast, if their community is offering, or if they're still eating at home, before they go to school. 2 or 4, age appropriate. So until 7 years old, 8 years old, 2 cups. For everyone, 4 cups. That's the first thing you can do is drink a lot of water, right? Okay, before you leave home. So if that person needs, I can't have, that's impossible for me, get up an hour earlier, drink a little bit here, a little bit there, okay? Don't have to be 4 cups one after another. No, give them 10 minutes apart, drink a half, done, okay? All right, so that's the first thing. The second thing, at the lunch, drink 2 cups before lunch. So maybe you drink half an hour before, you go and you wash your hands, drink a bit more, so 1 or 2 cups right there before lunch. So this is breakfast, that is lunch. What else you can do? Number 3, when you take a shower, when the person look the own belly, gonna make circular motions this way with the finger, like that. I'm exaggerating, but you do stronger, 20 times or 40 times. If it's really bad, you do 40 times. So you can do 40 times in a shower in the morning and 40 times in the shower in the evening with the hand. For the body to feel, the intestine to feel, have to move on. All right. So number 4, no breakfast or no dinner. If you're going to work on a heat, you need a breakfast, but dinner, nobody really needs the dinner. Drink 4 cups of water because you give more space to intestine to work while you get adjusted, eating the salads. Number 5, colorful salads. More salad, so you're going to have 1 cup of salad and only a half cup of something else, such as the protein, right? So you don't need the beans, you don't need wheat for sure, gluten. No gluten, because gluten today for some people, they don't even know, but it's very bad. And the other things we're not going to have anyway, such as cow's milks, other thing that's not good, right? Okay, done. Very good. So this was for constipation. Now let's say a few words for urinary problems, okay? All right, so here it is. So let's say a few words. For urinary problems, depends how it is. But the first thing, when you go to the bathroom, some people, they work too much, they move too much, they think too much, or they're stressed. When you go to the bathroom, go potty, go pee, right? So you sit, so some pee gonna get out, you wait, you sit down, males or female, you sit down, you relax that 2 minutes you're there. And don't think about your job, don't think about problems, no stress, okay? You just relax, you breathe, and you sit down. You don't stand up. Why? Because a bit more might come. So you really gonna empty your whole bladder. You're gonna really empty, because sometimes people that stress or in a hurry, they do it quick, and then in an hour they need to go again. 30 minutes they need to go again, but because they didn't empty the whole bladder. That's the first thing. The other thing, it's muscle problem. So people get a little bit on their underwear, or they're already using these paddings, for elders, So what you're gonna do? Every day, the whole day, you planting, you walking, you press your muscles, from your vagina, your urethra, right there. You press inside, and 1 and 2 and 3. So how much you're gonna do? Do a 50 in the morning, a 50 at night, and the whole day, you remind, if it's your parent, your grandparent, parent is better. Don't talk to grandparents. Parents talk to their own parents. Say, Mom, did you do it? Yes, I did. Mom, did you do it? Dad, did you do it? Because some women, they didn't make love. Some women, because they're unhealthy for other reasons. So we have many different reasons why some males and some females, they have drops on their pants, right? Okay, so you do this contraction, 50-50. So you do 1 or 2 months, and then you go to 100. Before you leave your house, you do 100. And before you go to bed, you do 100. And the whole day, most as you remember. And your spouse can remind you, are you doing right now? Yes, I am. Are you doing? Very quiet, right? Are you doing right now? Yes, I am. You know, so people are walking, for example, some people can jog, right? Some elders can jog. They're already having this problem. Go in and out, in and out, in and out. You know, you squeeze that inner muscle. All right, so basically is that, those two. And you're ready, of course, you have to drink a lot of water. So here you have to drink a lot of water. The same as for constipation. Try 2 cups in the morning, 2 at night, or 4. From 2 you can go to 4. And you know, and water is really good. So in case some people have infection from milk, cow's milk, or for unhealthy food or unhealthy lifestyle, that's what it is. Infection or different types. Okay, the same. You're gonna work your muscle, you're gonna drink water, and of course, if it's infection, you need salads, right? Colorful salads 4 times a day, or 3 times. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Okay? And here 9 o'clock you have the hydration drink. 3 o'clock in the afternoon you have your hydration drink, or a little something to eat, a nut or something. Okay, so basically it's that, you know, you're gonna kill an infection. Very easy. All right, very good. We see you soon. All right, so here I have an improvement for people that already are in jail, even that they have different names, right? They are in jail, adults. Okay, adults in jail. So that will be what, some countries 18 years old and above, right? And some countries is they have different jail for the, but let's keep 18 years old and above. If they are already in jail, or if they're caught to go to jail, they can go to jail, right? They did bad things, they keep going to, no, they don't go to jail anymore. They block, as I said before in another video. Okay, so we gonna inspire them and guide them and offer. So you're gonna do first, right, for those, the first 2 weeks, for those that want, they're willing to do that program. So you're already gonna guide them, they already start to keep planting the gardens, and they can help on places that you trust that is it's good, you know, it's safe for them to help, whichever it is. But garden for sure, they're gonna practice the festivals to show their family. Okay, so you bring them where you, the director in charge at that time, believe is good. So you have the director at this time, okay? And that, in this case, we are not going to have the 4 couples helping. From this director at this time, we already go to the release them all in 6 months. Let me think. No, we can, yes, we can have 10 department direct for 6 months. They're gonna have parties, they're gonna have food, they're gonna plant, cook, sew. All right, so yes, from this director we don't have the 4 couples, but yes, they go straight to the 10 department directors, gonna be in charge for that 6 months, and release them. Those, after those 2 first weeks, for those that want, you're gonna be here. You're going to invite everyone, right? Mandatory. And then, on this case, for those that do not want, they already are invited. Oh well, or you do it, or you go to electric chair. Oh, that's against the law here in our country or here in our state. We don't do that. I'm gonna call my lawyer. Lawyers are not available anymore. The Peace and Love organization don't have lawyers for anybody, because the law, it's one book and it's for everyone the same. So it's up to you. We don't have an electric chair, you're right, here at our country or our state. We're gonna send you to a place. We're gonna transfer you. We can do that. We're gonna transfer you with the Peace and Love organization to a state or a country that have electric chair. You know, or they cooperate or they don't. If you see that they are not really 100%, willing, already send them. Don't take 6 months of your time and food and all these things for people that are not willing to cooperate. Because everyone, according to the bad things they did, if they're in jail or not, they're going to have the peace points for everyone of all ages, since they were born. How was the practices of their parents, and until today, whichever age it is, 100, 105, 110, okay? Everyone gonna do this for points. Because some people are bad, much worse than others, they're free. And some people stole a bicycle, stole food or something to buy food, right? And they're in jail. It's true, in different countries, it's true. Okay, some government leaders stole, they're corrupt, they stole millions, billions of dollars, they're free. And some other ones stole a little something, they're in jail. So we're going to stop these things. So if this director or the new 10 department directors see that they are not, of course they have to prove, show some videos, part of videos, or conversations or complaints, when nobody's hearing, okay? It's forbidden. All right? So, if they complain, say yes, but with the peace and love, the international organization, we have the rights, we can send you tomorrow, and you don't have to say who is saying that. It's the Peace and Love Organization. You're just going to forward the email. We're going to have those emails ready. You start 2 weeks with the ones that want. If your jail has too many problems, you do 4 weeks with the ones that want. You understand? So you're safe. Have that base. Yeah, take off 2 weeks because that's not good. So you do 4 weeks, okay, with the ones that want. Right here. The ones that want. 4 weeks with the ones that want. And then you're going to invite, look, the Peace and Love Organization, need everyone in 4 weeks to join, okay? All right? And of course, you're going to inspire, you're going to do the best you can. All right? If they don't cooperate, or if they're still hurting someone, if they're still hurting themselves, or if they are found doing negative things, hurting themselves, hurting someone else, or not cooperating, or not working properly, or not cleaning properly, already send them less work, okay? Already send them to a state or a country that has electric chair. Done. Why we gonna spend so much time, so much money, so much food, so much water, so much electricity, clothes, and explanation, and for people that don't want? Already send them. And then and then you contact the family. This person, this and that, was contact. Which days? On this day, try 4 times. Even can be different department directors. So you have to prove that you talk to the person. So here's the email, and here's a conversation, here's another email, here's a conversation. You have the dates that you contact them. So twice in person you talk to them. Lawyers? No, I'm sorry. For the Peace and Love Organization, there's no lawyers. In 10 minutes, in 5 minutes from their notice time, so this is the notice time if any of you is lawyer or have a lawyer friend, in 5 minutes, if they have office or not, if they work from home or not, if they work for a company, and in 5 minutes they cannot tell anyone about any law of their own country, about anything, not for immigration, not for divorce, not for nothing. We are already going to use the Peace and Love International Organization. Okay? That's how it's going to do. We already have the plan. In 6 months they go home. And I hope that works in 6 months, because not worth it to keep people that doesn't want. All right? And it's not worth it to keep people that are really willing to cooperate for 6 more months. So we're not doing 1 year. It is 6 months. One way, or they go home, or they go to electric chair. because it makes no sense, all right? And they have to get a spouse, a new spouse, or their old spouse, whichever it is, if they're willing. And then they're gonna have beautiful moments. They're gonna have the festivals, they're gonna sing, they're gonna plant, they're gonna have classes, go first once a week home, after a few 8 weeks or so, and then they can go 2 times at home, such as Friday, come back, Saturday and come back, something like that. And they can work, volunteer at a very close location, up to 1 kilometer away, right here or here. Simple places that, that they can go there. It's safe for them to work, such as thrift stores, gonna have only clothes and shoes, basically, right? Okay? Somewhere that's safe, not restaurants that you have many guests, they're sitting down, and kitchens and knives. No, but a thrift store is good, or plant food at their own location. They're gonna volunteer, their own residential community, for example. All right? And you, department director, and those that want, gonna help and pray for the others. The new department are gonna pray, because of course we want people alive. This program gonna be beautiful. We want people alive, but until we get to that point, we need to give the program and close down. Very good. We see you soon. Thank you. All right. The other thing, because it's too long, I said. It is when you swish your mouth, you have to swish for 10 times. And if it comes clear twice, and then you brush your teeth. Okay, I think that's the best we can have. So you have to swish strong, put water, swish for 10 times. Okay, all right, very good. The other thing is about bathroom rags. So when you do your house clean in the morning or afternoon, right, the opposite period of the time you're going to be working in the garden, what you do, you already bring the towels and already pick up some in different colors for each bathroom. That is very important, okay? That is very important. You only need a towel at the shower, okay? So if it's elder, you already know you have more points if they have that grabbing thing. They're gonna last for many years. New ones gonna last for many years, okay? And for the regular couple, for children, you can use the simple ones. Of course, according to the place you live, if you share bathrooms, if the children share bathrooms with the elders, or if the couple share bathrooms with the elder, of course, the other is gonna use that same rug. Get different colors. Stripes is okay, plain colors, okay? Just remember, the color you're bringing is not the color you're gonna pick up and bring back to your house. All right? The other thing is shower towels. Also, because I said before we're gonna have names, right? Yeah, let me think a little bit about that, because if they have big names and use the whole year, right? Or less family names. So the shower towel, will be a hand towel. Remember that? It's a hand size towel. So let me think if it would be better we're going to write the family name, or every week get a new one, or new one every week. I think the family, let's keep the family name. Yes, let's keep the family name. And each towel gonna have a number. All right? So sometimes one use this, because then you don't share towels with other families, because you know that you are healthy, you don't want to share, okay? All right, so every towel gonna have family name written down, that they are what? They need to be 5 centimeters tall. So you get the towel. So for example, a hand towel, long ways like that, right? Okay. So you're going to write the family's name right here the center. Why? Because if you hang straight this way, right, on a closed line, so you put the pin here, show the name. If you put in a chair, you don't have the closed line yet, no? So you're gonna put outside in a bench. So you're gonna fold. it still show a half of the name here or a half of the name here, and not, as I said before, to put the name over here, okay? So yes, let's do right here in the center. You calculate the name to be a little bit this side, right here in the middle. Thank you. The other thing is when you send your proposals to everybody, supermarkets, restaurants, bars, restaurants that have a bar in it, supermarket that sell tobacco or alcoholic drinks, okay? When you send your proposal and you do that Google Doc, remember the Google Doc? Google Doc, remember that? So you're gonna make one email for all supermarkets, one email for all schools, one email for restaurants, one email for producers, you know. Let's try to have 5. So every Monday, every Tuesday, every Wednesday, every Thursday, every Friday. Let's say you're retired, or let's say that's your job. You know, let's say the community, half of the day you're gonna help planting food, the other half day you're gonna send emails. So every month you're gonna catch up. Hey, how you doing? So everything is good? You got my email? Okay. So you send again, until you have the reply said we are ready applying the Peace and Love Organization. So you can do this way as well. You have consistency. So every day for 1 hour, let's say, or 2 hours. The first template might take a little more time. 1 day, that's 1 day to do your templates for each of these 5 different places that you believe gonna be the best options for you, right? Okay, one might be is your neighbors, right? That's priority. Start at your own community. Okay, so and then every Monday you can send to the same ones if they didn't approve yet, and send to some more in your community, in your country, in your state, or other countries. So every Monday you do this that you choose, every Tuesday, every Wednesday, until end of July. Okay, every mail you send as a proposal, if the email is well written, so yes, spend time, do a good job here, you're gonna get those points. So because in the end of a month, you can get even 1,000 points, who knows how many points you're gonna give to each email, but they count. Okay, positive and negative businesses, that's fine. Even that you don't know, you got the supermarket name, you know, somewhere. Usually supermarkets, depends on the country, you know, search up if they sell alcoholic drinks. Some countries don't sell alcoholic drinks anymore, only at hotels and restaurants for tourists. So, but you're gonna get your points for sending your emails. All right, very good. Thanks so much. We'll see you soon. The other thing, remember I said for us to use a container like that with olive oil, coconut oil, right, for the hair? Okay, when that conditioner, no more synthetic conditioner, finish for females only, you're gonna use more natural ones. When the natural ones, you're not going to use olive oil and coconut for the hair. You're gonna eat on the hair. You're gonna produce on your own community. In 2 or 4 years, you start to produce what you have planted or the places you're gonna move to. Then you're gonna use what you have. It might be almond oil, might be something else, okay? All right? If your hair is not good, just cut shorter because it should work, because for 2 or 4 years, everyone should have some conditioner, natural or not, they should have something, right? You just put a little bit at the points of your hair, not the whole head, okay? All right? Save, use little bit as possible, okay? All right, very good. And as I said, in 2 or 4 years, places should already be producing those things. And people in the center of the continent will already be moving to up to 200 kilometers from the beach line. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon. Let's talk about ID. You don't offer anything with people that do not have the ID of their own country. So many countries were open for immigrants, that's fine, but you're gonna help them to get the ID. You're gonna call the office, say, look, you need to start offering IDs for immigrants. They already live here, they're already working, they're already, eating, consuming, living, all right? So write to your governor, write to the president of the country, or if you see anybody, such as here in Florida, California, have a lot of immigrants, so it's very important under their official name. It's forbidden, to have those people that at work they have one name, at home they have another name. It's crazy. This is not right. So for example, United States, many Americans don't want to do the job they do, right? They clean, they don't want to do. Well, so they're already here. They're already here. Why send them home? They're already working. They already have a house. They're already paying rent. And have a fake ID, that's forbidden. Okay, so everyone at the notice time, this email, notice time. So if you know somebody from work, any neighbor, help them to get real ID. You contact the immigration of your country, immigration, local immigration, whichever it is. Don't go to lawyers. You do yourself straight. Say, look, I know some people, I know a family. They don't have the real name. They need this documentation. Okay, so let's apply for the Peace and Love Organization for all countries, because these people already work. And then if I help them, would you consider? And then, okay, so I'm going to send their documentation. Then this family will send every paperwork they have, for the previous years, such as electricity, water, rent, the basic, right? Okay, the kids are going to school, they're attending school, the children, the teens, or complete high school, whichever they have, just for the base. Take pictures of the house, show their house is clean, inside, outside, and how much they're already applying. They're cleaning the house once a month, they have everyone at school, the very basic, okay, all right? And you're going to talk, of course, to this family and to this immigration office, government office, not private offices, and already do that, okay? All right, let's help them out to have official IDs, not fake IDs, and not fake names or passports, and then they will create a fake ID. All right, very good. One more thing, let's get organized and help each other. Thank you. All right, so let's go over the things the business is gonna do. Business and government. Contracts you did with everyone since you opened the company. Okay, business owner is gonna do that. Government leader is gonna do that. Pay stubs to your employee. Business owner is gonna do that. You see here, government leader is gonna do it too. Taxes, all the business is gonna do it. Okay. And the government gonna show income and expenses. Okay, government gonna do a little different. So business gonna do taxes and government gonna do all their income from taxes and all their expenses from taxes. Okay, you see here? All right. Licitations. How the government apply to different companies. We need a road made. We need railroad made. We need an airport made. Okay, so they open licitations. I believe that's the right word. For many families to apply, many companies to apply, right? So they have to put how they advertise. They are clear, they are honest. They always put on their website, or they just contact the ones they like, their own family members, their own friends. You have to prove it. All government leaders, how you done those roads, those airports? You sent to other countries without helping your own. They have, as an office and as a person, they have to do all these things. Okay? Business owners that sold their company, they do bad, and they sell. Oh, you have to do it yourself. And people that purchase, they're going to do what they know since the day they purchase. You're going to stop this. and everything goes to the peace point. You see here? All right? What is it? We are not clowns. Citizens of this planet Earth are not clowns. We are not dolls. You people can do anything they want, or, pebbles or pieces of sand in a beach. No, we are not. We are human beings. We deserve dignity. We need dignity in our planet, okay? All right, so yes, if you're business owners now, or if you have any business, for your entire life, you're going to do it. But for the last 10, 20 years, for business owners, the last 20 years, everything you can. The name of the workers, if you pay them properly or not. If they sue you, you're going to make a proper report. If you need 2 more days, if you're alone, you don't have that company anymore, you don't have helpers anymore, take 2 or 4 more days. But if you have right now the workers to help you, the business still open, or you can pay people to help, having 2 or 4 days, but no more. Okay, so just to be more clear, you're gonna have your business until you open up that business. Okay, and up to 20 years. So if you open your business for more than 20 years, then you don't need. But yes, you're going to give all documents as possible for the 20 years. So business owners and government leaders going to have documents about pay, stubs for everyone that you really paid, taxes, for these people. For government leaders, you're going to give the, how you call those companies, that... Okay, the other thing I did not say, it's for your transfer to email. So, remember I said here, if it's an old email, you're going to transfer all these Google Docs, make a document, an email to your new email, or copy and paste, okay? Because you already have the dates, the times, you already did all these emails, right? Okay, so whichever you think is bad, if your email had many bad things, don't send an email, you copy and paste. The main thing what's gonna count is the points that you help in yourself, you help in your community, you help in your school, or a school close by to you, doing something. You're not home watching TV or sleeping all day. You understand? All right. And you're not also taking care only of your family. We're 8 billion in this planet. 8 billion people in our planet Earth. Okay? So this is very important. All right? So yes, you come here and you copy and paste, because all the emails already have the date. You sent the date you receive, okay? All right. So if you send an email, that's fine. It's already there. But do not keep them at the email sent only. You're gonna get a copy at your Google account. Make a document. So yes, you can keep email sent. You're gonna send all these, one for all supermarkets, one for all nurseries, one for all clothes store, one for all shoe store, one for all, whichever is your reality, construction sites that sell seeds or trees or material for the garden. All right, one for each, okay? So send that email, but then you go there and copy and paste as well. So you're gonna have 2 documents. Make videos, as soon as you finish everything, or as you go and make short videos, and start adding, okay? So you're gonna make one video with all supermarkets you contact, one video with all nurseries you contact, one video for all clothes or shoes you contact, okay? And you're gonna have one for all, which other one? So supermarkets, producer of clothes or shoes, construction material, hoses, wood, or planting pots, right? And who else? And maybe, a place for a land. You need just a land. Yes, call people close by. So you're going to make different Google Docs with all supermarkets, all producers, all construction sites, all lands in big avenues. Always choose big avenues, not the tiny streets that nobody can see, all right? Okay? All right, so you do that, you see? You do that, get ready, get organized, because we need people helping. And you're going to get points for everything you do. Okay? So at your new email, you can start now with the email you already have, that's fine. Or go ahead and already make the new one, cancel the old one, delete everything that you really don't need, keep only very important documents. Which are they? The electricity, the water, your taxes, everything for the last 10 years for business owners, and also the last 10 years. No, the last 5. The last 5 is plenty. Last 5 years for families. So you pay the water, you pay the electricity, you paid your rent, whichever it is, you paid things, or you have the mortgage up to date, or you have a deed of your house, whichever it is. Let's do 4. I think 4 is better. Last 4 years, you have the receipts of everything, okay? And every business owners, you need, and government leaders, you need 10, the last 10 years. No. Government leaders, they easily can go to the last 20 years, because many people did bad things before, and now they are in another country, retired, they're young, and they're retired doing nothing because they stole a lot of money from the government. So government leaders, 20 years for everything. Taxes, pay stubs to their workers, everything. Because to use some security the country offers, that's one thing. To abuse and go to luxury hotels, luxury restaurants, that is bad, is negative, okay? So government leaders, yes, 20 years. Business owners, if it's very large, 20 years. Yes, 20 years, okay? So family, 4 years, that's enough. All families, for your own house, your own survival, okay? All right? Call the companies. If you have that document, that's fine, all right? And you can already start getting organized with that. Okay, so very important. Let's get organized, let's get ready, and we see you soon. Okay, so related to the organization, you're gonna keep it your Google Docs. Open a Google email as soon as possible, because they have free Google Docs that's safe. We can use those, all right? Okay, so you keep all that. And what you do here is the number 1, you keep the phone calls and days you send the email. Called on. Email sent on. Put the date. Called, email. Just the one sentence for each contact, call or email. The number 2, so you get here, always on the top, which days you contact that supermarket. So have one, if you're gonna contact many, have just one email for only supermarkets, one email for only producers, have a different document for each, because then gonna be better for you to get these videos together. So the other idea is you get one whole week, okay, so you get a few people to help you, whichever you are. You're a teacher of high school, or you're guiding, doing this, one of those 4 couples helping the entire residential community, whichever is your reality. So you get 1 week and 1 document for all supermarkets you can in your entire county. And then you get 1 for all producers, 1 entire document for all producers, 1 entire document for all nurseries, and you keep going, all right? Okay. So if you don't have a Google email, remember you need a Google email, Gmail, because they are very good to type, accept everything. It's like a Windows, Word, right? Okay. So it's very easy to use them. So number 1, days you contact those supermarkets. If you believe gonna be many emails, you have 1 for each supermarket, then you can combine them, that's okay. Or 1 for all. So on this day, called supermarkets, this and that. Email supermarkets, which supermarkets you email, this and that, okay? All right, but number 1 is all just 1 sentence for each, okay? So number 2 is the copy of the actual email. You see here? Copy of the actual email. All right, so you're going to put there in the body. The oldest goes on the bottom. Okay? The newer emails goes on the top. Until you really receive and say thank you, we really appreciate, and send them the video of this short video that you got the things, you got the items, the boxes. That is 1 video. The second video, it's that you counted them. With 2 or 4 couples, you need people. You cannot count them alone. It's not only for your own house, right? You get in these food items or food sprouts or seeds or whichever it is. So you see, there are 2 different videos. 1, yes, we got it. And the best is to show right there when the truck arrives, you're right there. Maybe 6 o'clock. Call them. Say what time you start delivering. Some places start delivering 6:10. They start work at 6, 6:10, 6:20. They are ready at their door. Maybe you live close by, right? Okay, so there you are. So here it is. There are 2 different videos. You see here 2 different videos. So I repeat, 1 video is the boxes. You get more points if the truck is right there delivering to you. You are right there, okay? You record the truck, you record the driver giving you the boxes, you're right there helping him. If it's a lot, if it's 1 box, he's gonna give to you, all right? Have your ID ready, or a document that you are in front of that school, or a document that you are the owner, or a document, little half letter, simple letter, that you're the manager, you're in charge to get that box. Okay, maybe you're not the principal, but the couple, the parents, the teachers or the secretary that could come and be there on that time. All right, so here, the second video is different. You're going to record a little bit counting them and the total. The total, you're going to get a whole printed page, regular print size page. We already gave the number of this page, that how much going to be, right? We said what? We said 28. We said 22 by 28. That's for all countries' new papers. That's how gonna be, all right? If you have those that are too long, such as in the bottom, some goes up to 30, 35, and then you just cut the bottom, okay? All right? So everyone start already, because some of them are long, some for documents, agreements, they're long. Okay, so you get this video 1, video 2, and send it to people that gave that donation, right? people that gave that donation. Say thank you, we appreciate. Send the videos, a short video. Make a link, send to them. And this video saying thank you, we appreciate. You have people in the background. Many people. If you have students, many students. Get them passing or put everyone a parking lot, and you can even put all the elementary together, all the middle school together. And thank you for the toothpaste, thank you for the toothbrush, whichever is your reality, what you get. Thank you for the seeds. Even that's a little bit, because that when the owners, the workers gonna see these emails, they're gonna say, wow, look how nice, okay? All right? And of course, have some people close by, the teacher, the principal, you, right, that make this happen, whichever you are, if you're a volunteer, if you're a person in charge, or if you're a co-worker, if you're a neighbor, whichever you are, you're a helper or your owner of that place. Okay, so you send that email. So when the business owners or the manager receive this last email with these videos that you got, it's mandatory for them to send to their workers. Why? Because for them to be happy, it's mandatory. So you wait until you receive that very last email will be, yes, I, the business owner, or I, the manager, of this or that place. Yes, I did send the link to all our workers to their email, okay? To their email. So, yes, I did. That's the last email. When they answer back to you saying that, and then that's the end of that Google Doc, okay? So you can have one for each company. That's the safest. One for each supermarket you contact and got approval. One for each nursery. One for each construction store that sells seeds or sell lumber, or sell timbers, whichever it is, or hoses, or watering can. Okay? All right. Very good. You got that done. Okay, so now basically is that when you ask for a donation. So let's repeat, you can be a non-profit organization director or worker, or a volunteer. Or you can be a regular citizen, helping your own residential community, or helping in a park, a public park, or helping a school, or you can work at a school. Or you can be an office of residential community or a business owners. You have a place right there, you want to help the community. So, okay, everyone up to 1 kilometer, you're gonna take sign-ups and make a meeting, talk to them about the base, because you don't want to receive people you don't know, right? But up to 1 kilometer, if you have a business, you have a space that won't interfere, to work with children, yes, they need to clear background check. They cannot have, have previous history of what? Of going in jail for some reason, or having child abuse of any type, okay? So to work at schools, you need a clear background check, yes. But to work at other regular stores, if you have a land with sun and water, go ahead and do it. Up to 1 kilometer away, we're receiving families, or you can even send the flyers, get the paper, print many things. Remember I told you, fold in 4, so you're gonna have a little small flyer and put in people's door. Who you want to invite? A community that's already, more established, is a good start, you can trust them most. or you want to start in a community that maybe people still using a lot of marijuana, nobody works, everyone is outside by their door looking what's going on and doing nothing. Who you believe you're capable of doing? That's you gonna decide, not us. It's in your hands. How many people can start? You can start with 10, you can start with 20. Don't go right away to 40, 80, 100. Start small, okay? And have this first group established for 2-4 weeks, and then you go to the very big group. Invite more people, okay? All right, so you're gonna have that meeting. Now, let me say a few words, okay? But this is the end of this video. So you already learned how to offer a donation. So this card was to offer a donation. And this card was to ask for a donation. All right, so the basic rules and guidance until we have our proper PowerPoints and everything, the videos ready. That's the information you're gonna use. Go ahead and use. Okay, all right, great. Here's Goiana Ferreira from Florida, and we see you soon. Get ready. Our international conference for teachers, Waldorf teachers, will be in August 2023. That's our year one. Get ready and let's get going.